Familia Bella, bienvenidos a Radio Bizarro Music for the Rest of Us. Esta es la X, la 102.1 FM. Y bueno, estamos felices de la buenísima vibra de los entrevistados que tendremos a continuación. Ellos están listos para hacer una presentación impresionante en The Pineapple Ball. Y están con nosotros en exclusiva para República Dominicana, Elder Island. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Art and Radio Bizarro. How you doing?
We're doing great, thanks.
Thank you for your time. What was that? I'm sorry?
No worries. Oh, Dave was saying that he's loving life in the sun right now.
Oh.
Now that you guys are actually having sun, because these days have been quite tough. You guys are in Punta Cana, right?
Yeah, we are.
How is it? How's the beach? How's now the sun? How's everything?
It's kind of back to normal. The people have fixed it up. It's looking good. We got here. It was a little bit windswept, as you can imagine. But it's been fixed up.
It's getting there, yeah. We went in the sea this morning, but it's hard to see the floor still. It's quite sandy. And something brushed against my leg. I thought it was a fish, and I screamed and was running out of the sea.
He screamed like a girl and ran up. It's a
Oh no.
So yes, I'm sorry for that, by the way. So yesterday, I was watching your story and your Instagram stories, and I saw you, and I saw all of you drinking. What were you drinking?
Well, we're here at Margaritaville, so we're having margarita.
How was it, by the way?
It's good. People basically come around and they're like, "Do you want a drink?" And you're like, "I'm not sure." And they're like, "You're having a drink." Here we go.
How many of them you took? I just want to know.
I'm not sure.
I think
I had like 3 margaritas
I had 2.
amongst many other things.
That's so good. Well, I hope that helps you to feel relaxed and feel perfect for the performing you guys are going to have this weekend in the Pineapple Bowl. It's your very first time in the Dominican Republic. Tell us about that.
It is. Yeah, it's first time in the Caribbean, and it's beautiful. Yeah, very much looking forward to playing the show.
What are you guys preparing for the show?
How are we preparing?
You've been checking your gear. Obviously, when we fly because we have a lot of electronic equipment, so when we fly it gets shaken around a bit. So we've just been checking all the stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah, when it came out on
seems like it's working.
On the luggage belt, everything was quite wet.
Oh,
Is everything okay?
Yeah, Pelican cases, so they're all in waterproof cases, so everything should be good. We haven't triple checked yet.
We got a sound check tomorrow though, so it's gonna sound beautiful.
Okay.
You just wait.
Let's hope so.
You guys are really chilled. If I were in that position, I would be a bit
concerned, right?
Just a tiny bit. But that's okay. Your energy is great, and so is your music. We are really excited. First and foremost, we'd like to know, how did Elder Island, for the listeners that are starting to learn about this really cool band, how did it start? And I know that it's a more traditional question, but we have to go through it.
Who wants it?
So we went to university together. Dave and Katie lived together, and I lived in a different house. And years ago, we just used to make music together. Katie and Dave would come over mine and start recording. And then fast forward like 4 or 5 years, we carried on making music and made Elder Island essentially, and released some music, and people just liked it. So we just carried on going until we could eventually quit our jobs and make it our job.
Yeah, It's crazy. You still have to pinch yourself, because just can't really believe that it takes you so many places. Like, we're here in the Dominican Republic. It's like, what? Like, if you think back to when we were, slinging microphones over light fittings and trying to record really awful drums, and they're trying to make it work. And then now we get to travel the world with our music.
It is the magic of social media, right?
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, we were lucky in the time. It was when everything was broadening and we could use the internet. We could get our music out there to everyone. And we were lucky.
What were you guys studying at the university?
I was studying graphic design.
Oh.
Photography.
Oh, so everyone's like super artistic in every single sense of the word.
Yeah.
So, and with all of our artwork and our music videos, we do it all. So we put all of our degrees and all of our education into that as well.
Might as well use them,
Yeah.
I was going to say that after paying so much for education, might as well get some advantage of
Right.
it. Dang.
And when it comes to artwork and graphic designs and all of that, it's a whole different world from music. And when it comes to creativity, I think it might be harder to actually get to a common point when it comes to a cover picture or something like that. Tell us about that process and the difference between music
probably if we agree more on the music than we end up doing on the artistic side.
I know. I can't imagine.
I think they're pretty equally matched.
Yeah, they're matched, but it's just obviously you never get as much time to make the artwork side of things. So it's like you spend all the time doing music, and then you finish that, and then it's like, okay, it's gonna come out this series. You need to get artwork done. It's like right, and now we really work fast.
Oh my God. Yeah, sorry. So I wanted to ask, now that you guys are talking about even creating music and the decision, how's the synergy in the group? Who's responsible for what? And also, who's the bossiest of all?
Who's the grumpy one?
Oh, yeah.
We're all pointing at Dave.
Most confusing.
What are you?
I'm the one that gives in to everything.
Oh.
The synergy kind of works on who's going to fight for it the longest, essentially.
Bro.
We make the music together, and then it's just deciding on if we're happy.
Yeah. We've learned over the years. I think we've come to kind of come to terms, and it is like it's give and take. But yeah, I guess Dave, are you the bossiest? What do you think about that?
I wouldn't say I'm the bossiest.
Maybe the word's not bossy. But...
We're in a controversial scenario now. Let's see what will happen in the next minute.
Yeah. If it all goes quiet and then you hear some like upturned furniture and
Is there any way we can actually see those personalities in the stage?
I think on stage it's different.
It's different.
It's easy because it's kind of already come together. Like we've practiced it, we know what we're doing, and the excitement of playing live, we all feel it, and so that's kind of when it's the easiest because you're making it, it's going out, and you can join forces with the audience and just kind of everyone feeds off each other, and I think that's there's no bossiness going on. Live.
That's so lovely that you said that the easiest part of the job is actually performing. Some artists will say the complete opposite. And that's surprising. I think the energy of the audience also helps. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
It's everything.
Yeah, totally.
It's what you need to give back, essentially. If you're not getting much, you're not going to give back much. And as it kind of bounces back and forth, and the energy levels just grow and grow and grow throughout the set.
We're so lucky with our audience because it's so lovely when you're playing slightly, like we like to make a lot of the tracks a bit more dancey when we play live, so it's kind of got more beat and we're trying to get people moving basically, and when you see that starting to happen, it's just it's very what's the word, infectious. So it's like it's pretty magic.
Expect that from Dominicans because we love dancing. If there's one thing we really are bomb at is partying. You can get that from a lot of Caribbean islands and whatever, but here there's just something. So we hope that energy is also transmitted. You guys are the coolest. Like right now we're having so much fun.
There's a saying,
the audience,
There's a saying in the Dominican Republic that Dominicans dance even the TV commercials.
Yeah, even the commercials.
And that's a fact.
Oh yeah, they're like a lot of the commercials here are musically driven because it's the easiest way to get to most of the demographic. Like DR is really musical and dance-like too. So we really hope that energy is also transmitted because you guys are really cool. What are you expecting from the audience, or what the audience should have in consideration when they listen to you live on that great stage?
Well, I guess now I'm expecting a lot of dancing, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm expecting them to be impressed as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't use any laptops or anything like that. We use purely hardware, and the way we perform is all about building loops and performing in that way. So I think people don't quite realize what we're about to do, and it catches them off guard sometimes.
Our control master is just having a blast because of what you said. I need him to explain, because he was like,
oh yeah, like, you know, like being an audio engineer and everything, I really appreciate when, you know, an artist is not an artist because, you know, being able to press the space bar and hit play. So it's like, it's so really appreciated that you guys are using hardware and everything like that. Can you give us some examples of the kind of hardware you're going to be using? You can name brands and everything. They're not paying us or anything.
no, they're
but,
not
you know,
paying us.
But it's okay. Like, you can just like mention it. It's fine. This is just like a personal curiosity of mine.
Good stuff, but we've got like within my rig, I've got Prophet, Dave Smith Prophet,
my God.
synthesizer, and Petra, a Moog Minotaur, Electron, Digitact. And I won't even go on to how many pedals I've got on the pedal board either. But and then Katie's got an electric cello. She even got an API preamp in her rig for a voice. And then Luke's got Electron analog rhythm in his, and an SBDX, more pedals.
That sounds.
I mean,
amazing.
if you're coming to the show, you should come up.
Yeah, come up
and
on the
set it
stage
out
and
with
have
me.
Definitely. I'll be there. I'll be there, most definitely. Thank you so much for that.
This dude. Okay, guys, so we know that this year you launched let's say a remix album, the same album you launched in 2021, but now remix it. How was the experience, and tell us about the strategy behind that?
It's an interesting one because it's like with remixing, we don't want to just have loads of remixes made. It's just like we kind of want to be a bit more selective, even though it ends up being sent out to lots of people, and then who's up for doing one and what we get back. But it's kind of I'm enjoying it more so now because we're starting to DJ more so again. So we actually get to use the remixes in the DJ context, which is quite fun and different. But yeah, the kind of project of it is more getting it out and kind of giving it to artists who we like and want just to see what they do. Don't want to say we want this kind of remix or we want that kind of remix. We just want to see what they do. And
I guess our favorites are the ones where people put their own twist on things. Like they have their own like musical identity, and they put that on with like they use our sound and then transfer it into their own kind of musical sound. Those are always our favorites. Like was the leather? Yeah, we had the Leatherette one, which was like a remix of Feral, and I remember getting that back, and we were like, oh, it's just gone to a place with this, and yeah, we loved it, like instantly loved it. Yeah, so it's really exciting because you just get these kind of new versions through. Yeah, I love it.
I love it too because it does expand the whole creativity area of the song itself. It gives the song new opportunities to be different things, and that's hilarious. That's great. I love it. Are you guys preparing a new album? Let's say, are you guys doing some new songs? Tell us about that.
We release a new song tomorrow.
Nice.
Wait, yes. Oh wow.
Nice. What's the name of the song and how it goes?
It's called Motive. So yeah, we can send you a copy of it. Yeah, it's Motive.
It's quite groovy. It's got a really good rhythm to it. It's very much more dancey.
Yeah, it's very percussive.
Yeah.
It's got saxophone in it, which is the first time we've done that.
Luke plays a saxophone solo in it in the middle. Like we were like, what have we done here?
Yeah, it's a bit different to what we're used to, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's still got a very catchy Elder Island hooks to it. So yeah.
Yeah, we hope you like it.
Well,
yeah,
then
we've got a 4-track EP coming out at the end of October, essentially. So this is it kicking off, and it's the kind of remaining tracks that we never finished from the Swimming Static and one from Omnitone Time as well.
That's perfect.
great.
And anyone who's listening to the interview right now, you have to know that this interview it's been recorded yesterday. So today we are launching the new song of Elder Island, and you're gonna listen to it in the next minutes, and that's so great because we just noticed it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you give us permission to like do a release here, like if you guys don't mind. I mean, you guys
I
are already
guess.
here.
Cool.
That would be
Of course.
fabulous.
We'll
Yes.
send you it. Yeah.
We'll send it.
Please send it to us.
Radio exclusive.
Radio exclusive for the
yeah,
DR.
Lord.
That's great.
Amazing. You enjoy.
Sorry if we seem too shocked. You know, most people are like, well, in a month, but it's like, no, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's being released. It's so shocking. It's like, whoa, that's a print.
Hard question. Do you already have the cover art, the cover picture of the song?
Yeah.
Who decided on it?
That one's actually it's kind of birthed and carried on from Semi-Static actually, so it
Okay.
wasn't. Yeah.
But kind of like we pushed it on. Like, I don't know if you guys, do you remember a thing called like Magic Eye art? And it like looks like loads of tiny pixels, and
Oh,
they were
it
always
seems like
really
it, yeah.
colorful, and they had hidden picture in it, and you basically had to stare at it for ages and go cross-eyed. And
Yes. Oh my God, what? Yeah, totally.
No.
yeah, kind of the 90s, I guess. They
Yeah.
like you used to get books with them.
Yeah,
And
like
so-
weird pictures and patterns, and then if you stare at them long enough, then something 3D pops out.
It's like the
So we got
Yeah, I had one of those in a toy I had when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, it was so awesome. The visual illusion. Oh my God, I love it. I'm falling in love with you guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe listen to your songs 24 hours a day.
Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
We will.
We'll see you tonight.
That's
Well, guys, we thank you very much and so much for your
Oh,
time.
yes, thank you so
we
much.
hope this is the first of many interviews you do in the DR, and we hope anything but the best to Other Island. And obviously, we are sure that your performance is gonna be great.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure.
It's our pleasure too. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Elder Islands. Please keep on sending us your tracks. You have a place here in the DR where your music is obviously going to be played. And whenever you guys want to sit down and talk to us, let us know. We are already in contact. This is so fun. If you ever come back, touring or not touring, also let us know. We are down to hang out too.
Of course.
We're fun too. And we are grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Y ustedes continúen con mucho más de Radio Bizarro Music for the Rest of Us.